All right, back at part 2 of Regents homework number 12. We're on question number 9. What is the solution to the system of equations below? All right, well, first thing we have to do is check to see if they are both solved for y, so we can put them in our calculator. And this one is not. So the first thing I'm going to do is distribute that 3. So it's got, I really have negative 6x plus 3y is equal to 12. Here I'm going to draw my lines down, add 6x to both sides. Now remember, I can't combine 12 and 6x, so that stays 12 plus 6x is equal to 3y, and divide everything by 3. All right. Now this is easy. 12 goes into, or 3 goes into 12, so that's 4, and 3 goes into 6, so that's 2. All right. So, or we could put it in as a big fraction. All right. And what we want to check to see is when x is -1 is the y value 6. And when x is 1/2 is the y value 9. So we're going to type them both into our calculator. All right, and here we are. And I'm going to go to the table. And remember, when I wanted to start it somewhere specific, I'm going to do second table set. And I wanted to start it at -1. And let's go to the table and let's see if we get 6 for both answers. We don't, so it's not a solution to those two. So it's not number 3. And now let's try 1/2. And remember, you have to do the division, 1/2 for 1/2. Mine changed to a decimal, but that's okay. And I get 9 for y1, but not for y2. So 4 is also not it. All right. So now it's either infinite solutions or no solutions. Remember, infinite solutions means for all of the x values have the same y. Well, we already proved that 2 of them don't, so it can't be infinite solutions. So it is no solution. Number 10, express in simplest form. All right, here is where we are putting our invisible 1 and distributing it out. This one's got a -1. And then we're going to combine like terms. So I have 3x squared plus 4x minus 8. And then -1 times -2 is a positive 2x squared. -1 times 4 is a minus 4x and minus 2. And now I'm going to combine my like terms. All right, so 3x squared and 2x squared, that's 5x squared. 4x minus 4x is a plus 0x, which means I don't have to write anything. And then finally, minus 8 minus 2, or -8 minus 2 is -10. Number 11, state whether 7 minus the square root of 2 is rational or irrational. All right, well, we're going to try and see if they can be turned into a fraction or not. So 7 minus the square root of 2. Press enter first and then math frac. All right, it was not. Okay, so whether this is rational or irrational, this is irrational. Because 7 minus square root of 2 cannot be written as a fraction. All right. Number 12, the value v of t of a car depreciates according to the function v of t equals p times 0.85 to the t, where p is the purchase price of the car and t is the time in years since the car was purchased. State the percent that the value of the car decreases by each year. Okay, well, first I need to find my scale factor. Well, here my scale factor is 0.85. All right, 0.85 is 85%. And 85% is, so if I do 100 minus 85, I get 15%. All right, so this is 15% below 100%, meaning it's a decrease of 55 or 15%. So it's a percentage of 15% decay. Number 13, graph the inequality. All right, I'm going to start by solving it for y. Y plus 4 is less than -2 times x minus 4. All right, and I will simply subtract 4 on each side. Now be careful, all right, because this is all going to stay within parentheses, and I'm just going to add on the -4. All right. Now, some of you may want to just go straight to your calculator and type that into y equals, which is totally fine. All right, but others of you may want to distribute and simplify. All right, so I have y is less than -2x plus 8 minus 4, and then we can combine those. So y is less than -2x plus 4. The benefit of doing this is because we can easily see that my slope is -2, and my starting value on the y-axis, or my y-intercept, is 4. All right, now we have to shade and dash or make a solid line. All right, so this is going to be shaded below because it's less than, and it's going to be a dashed or an open line because it's simply less than, or strictly less than. All right, so you could make a table and plot the points. All right, but I'm going to start at +4 on my y-axis, and I'm going to be going, remember this is like over 1, so this is down to right 1. So I'm going to go down to right 1. So down to right 1 is right there, down to right 1, down to right 1, down to right 1, and we continue that pattern on both directions. Okay, so on this side we would be going up to the left 1. All right, and remember we are doing a dashed line to connect all these points. Put arrows on the end, and we want to shade below. All right, so let's see here. I want to get a good shader. And we are shading everything that is below the line, or like on the underside of a hill. And there's our solution set if we want to put an S there. And that's part 2.